Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another kind of baby related DIY. So I have all of these clothes from my daughters that they've already outgrown, and I do like to donate a lot of their stuff or pass it on to my friends and family that have babies on the way. But these particular ones are stained. They might have like food stains on the front, or I mean, if we're being honest, possibly some poop stains on the back. As a parent, you just aren't as grossed out with things like that. So if you're not a parent and you're like, gross, I would never use that, I would just toss it out. Sorry in advance if this is absolutely disgusting to you. But yeah, some of these have little poop stains or food stains or whatever, so obviously I don't really want to donate those. So I'm going to be using them for this project. And this was inspired in part by Mr. Kate, who's one of my all-time favorite DIY slash home renovation or home room makeover YouTubers. She's amazing. She did this rainbow wall art thing made out of rope, and then also the other half was, I know that a lot of people like to do like little keepsakes with their baby's old clothes. Like they take the outfit that the baby came home in and then they resew it into an outfit for like their teddy bear, so the teddy bear can wear it and they can kind of just like keep it forever, as opposed to just keeping like a onesie. It's actually like their teddy bear's clothes now. I wanted to just mesh those two ideas together and create a rainbow that's basically covered in these old clothes. So what I'm gonna do is basically just cut these apart and then toss the parts that are stains. Yes, we're not actually putting the poop stains onto our rainbow. I'm gonna be using foam board again as my base. And then I also have just like extra clothes that I was getting rid of anyway as filler if I need filler fabric. But what's great about this is that baby clothes tend to be within the same color palette. So this is going to be a very cohesive rainbow with lots of whites and pinks, and I think it's going to turn out really, really cute. But before we get started, I have to make a quick shout out to evababe.com. They sent us the cutest clothes for the girls, and I had to show you what they sent. This first one is this really gorgeous dress. Look at how cute that is. Layla was so excited when it arrived and I opened up the package for her. It has these really, really gorgeous embroidered flowers on it. Just a ton of tulle that made her feel like a little princess. And I love that the embroidery carries on throughout the whole length of the sleeve. It's a sheer sleeve. Has this really gorgeous lace detail. So stinking pretty. Of course, this is lined. How cute is that? She did not want to take it off after I tried it on her. It's still a little bit big, but she absolutely loves it. And then moving on to this one. Okay, don't mind the stain. I swear I didn't get it that way. Evelyn has worn this a few times already. I love these little sleeve ruffle details. It's so stretchy. And then it came with these pants, so it was a whole set. And I absolutely love this wide leg pant. And it has pockets. So cute. This little bow to cinch that chubby little waist. And also this super cute matching sweatsuit. It has these little pink slits and pink drawstrings. So stinking cute. This cute little bunny. We had to get her a bunny because we call her Bunny. Just so cute and comfy. So she can run around at grandma's house. Okay, now we can get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is sketch out how big and wide that I want my rainbow. I'm just going to eyeball this. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and cut this out.
Okay, obviously this wasn't the prettiest cut job, but I'm really not too worried about it because all of these edges are gonna be covered anyway with our fabric, aka our clothes. And then now I'm going to just like start cutting out parts of the clothes. So this is a really cute sweater. I love it, but it's super stained and like yellowed up here, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that. I'll probably use like these back pieces here because these don't seem to have any kind of discoloration. But if you can see in the camera, I know it's a little bit bright in the camera, but if you can see, there's actually some polka dots. So I think it's gonna just add really cute texture to this whole piece. So I definitely want to try to keep these ruffles intact because that could be a fun little addition to add maybe to the bottom. That would be kind of cute, and then we can save these ruffles on the sides as well on the sleeves. So I'm just gonna do this very carefully, and then I can always go back and kind of trim off any excess. But I just want to gather all the fabrics first to see what I have, and then I can lay it out and see what I really want to use and where I want to use it. I'm not really sure if I want to add these grays into the mix just yet, so I'm gonna leave that off to the side. I kind of like the idea of just having everything kind of go horizontal instead of going like this. I also kind of want a long one to go across here, so maybe I can somehow finagle that. I want to be able to cut this so there's enough fabric to wrap around it because I'm going to be gluing it from behind. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go ahead and attempt that white ruffle. I have my white piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it so it's a smoother rectangle. Okay, and I am going to just hot glue one end first. Actually, I kind of wanna give this a clean edge all around. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this end down. Oof. There you go. So if this does show, I have this clean folded edge at the ends. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just glue that down. Okay, now I'm gonna fold it over. And then I'm gonna glue it onto the back here before gluing this top part, so I at least know how much allowance that I have and I don't end up shorting myself. And I'm just gonna start kind of like pleating, I guess. I think I'm gonna do it from the middle. Just pick 2 points, glue it down, kind of scrunch this up there. See how it's creating kind of like a pucker and a little bit of texture. It's exactly what I wanted. it's not too flat, and I'm able to give it that volume on the bottom because it's scrunched at the top. Now don't even mind how messy it is on the top. Obviously that's gonna be covered as we continue to add more layers. So another tip that I definitely suggest you should stick with is by starting from the bottom so that you can continue layering your way upwards. I'm kind of not liking this. So I think what I'm gonna do is just line it up with here for now, and then I'm gonna come in and add a trim. Because if I layer this over on top of my ruffle, it's way too bulky and it just doesn't look that good. So I'm gonna go ahead and go like this. Because this is such a stretchy fabric and I don't wanna stretch out the graphics of this, I'm actually gonna glue it down on the front first. So I'm just gonna do a little line of glue right on the bottom and then line it up that way. Okay, and then now it's time to add this ruffle. We're gonna go all the way, and then I might add like a cute little ribbon here or something, just to finish that off. So I think I actually wanna add this last. And I think I wanna continue something here. So just because this top part is so wide and I don't really want to have like blocks of fabric, I might incorporate some of my clothes that I'm giving away or that I was gonna give away but are also just not in great enough condition to be donating. This one has a bunch of holes in it. So I think I might want to add this gray. I think that's actually kind of cute. So farewell pants. So I am gonna have to come back tomorrow because I want to create something to put here, and then I'm gonna need a little bit more fabric to put here. Okay, so as I was ready to pack myself up and head on upstairs to bed, I looked at what I had and I still had this just laying there ready to be cut, and I originally decided against using this because I thought the gray just wasn't gonna go. Obviously, I've already changed my mind about the gray. But how cute would it be to use this fabric to finish off our rainbow and add a little vertical action to this baby? I think that would be so cute. Playing with the lines, so we already have our horizontal lines. Now we can add a little bit of verticality. Verticality. So you know what? Let's just keep on filming for like 5 more minutes. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just cut it from this stripe to the end of here, and then kind of just piece together the 2 end pieces. so this bottom of the fabric doesn't line up quite like I'd like it to, so I might end up adding another little trim here. So it's day 3. All we need to do is just a few finishing touches. You know that we needed to cover up those seams between the striped fabric and that gray fabric. So I went upstairs and I grabbed some ribbon. It's just a very baby blush pink ribbon. This is all that I had on hand, and the color is perfect for it. So I figured I am just gonna take this, and instead of just placing it on directly, just this single piece of ribbon, I'm actually gonna braid it together to give the piece, again, a little bit more interest, a little bit more texture. You guys know I'm all about my textures. I talk about it in like every DIY or decor video. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my hot glue gun to warm up, I forgot to plug it in when I got started again. I am going to cut off this last bow. This is the remaining piece of that ruffle onesie that she had. And remember how I wanted to add something here? I'm gonna actually just cut this bow out and attach it. The colors already match perfectly, and I mean, it's a perfectly good bow. It would be a shame to waste it. So I think it's the perfect finishing touch. Before I add this on, I'm actually just gonna add a little strip of just plain ribbon here to cover up these seams as well. So I already know that it's gonna bug me that these two pieces of ribbon are an uneven length away from this. So I think I'm gonna add one more pink stripe to balance things out. That way it looks more planned and more consistent. Now I am fully aware the back of this is not pretty, but that's totally okay. But I am gonna do just a little bit of trimming so there's not too much excess. And the finishing touch. All right, so we're all done. It's a really easy project, so much fun, and I think it's so meaningful, and you could just use all of the stuff that you already have, stuff that you don't want to get rid of. Obviously, if you don't want to incorporate like your own leggings and you want to keep it strictly your baby's things, you can do like a blanket or something that they use. Use blankets, use clothes, use crib sheets, honestly, if they're not stained, anything. I think this is such a cute idea, and you can just hang this up on the wall and it would just be like a little memorabilia piece. And obviously you can customize it with whatever colors of the clothes that you have. I hope you guys like it. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below, let me know what you guys think, and if you plan on doing this, feel free to send me the pictures. I would love to see your interpretations of this. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy and sane in these crazy times that we're living in, and finding yourselves cute little projects that you can do with things that are in your house. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you as always. Love you, and I'll see you in the next video.